Hello and welcome to .Net MAUI Layouts. So what are layouts? Well, we can visit their page for layouts, and there are quite a few options in different ways you can stack and organize things on your pages. First, we're going to explore the vertical stack layouts. These are quite simple. You just have to wrap your UI around them. So as you can see right now, this is all inside a vertical stack, and that's why it's going to stack on top of each other and just keep going down from the start to bottom. And if I add more, this also becomes a scrollable because of the scroll view added on the main page. Comes when you create a new project already. So I'm going to actually create a new file so that we can start with our own main page. I'm going to call it the tutorial page. So to change the main page, you need to go here and change it to your name. Make sure not to make any mistakes in the name on both the 8 places, and hopefully you will see it working. And it will show up with an empty page or whatever the default is. And the default is just welcome to .NET MAUI. As you can see, if I add another label, it failed to update. So we need to first quit and relaunch VS Code. I don't know, there's some kind of bug. Otherwise, the new files don't get correct IntelliSense and doesn't get updated also in hot reload. Anyway, after doing that, we quit and relaunch it. It's quite fast in doing that as well. So hopefully now it will work. Once we're done compiling, it loads up. And now if I copy and paste, as you can see, it's also giving me IntelliSense, so I can actually write this manually. And there you go, so it's stuck at the corner because of the options. So we can assign horizontal to center. And if you want a bold text, you can set that font attributes to bold. Now we can do other things like, I think here also, you can add italic if you want. Anyway, we can put a few more of these and put quite a, they're all bold as well. And we can wrap this whole thing inside a scroll view. If we do that, it's actually scrollable now. We can also add stuff inside scroll view. There are many values we can set through, like the opacity. It's probably just going to affect the whole hierarchy. So if you set that to 0, it's completely finished. 0.9 will fade it. That's just some useful stuff to know. Stack layouts and layouts have this extra property. Many more. So anyway, the next one we're gonna explore is horizontal stack layouts. So we'll just replace it from vertical to horizontal, and we have broken something. If you see, it's all stacked horizontally, and something very funny is happening now. So I'm just going to replay it again with one label. So it reloads and we have fun. So if you remove these options that are set in the original label, then it stacks up correctly. And we can add more of these to create a whole layout. We can also add padding so that it's not just starting from the edge, it starts from a bit far from the edge. And we can add spacing between elements. The elements are inside the body. Those were the 2 text or 3 that we added. Next is grid layouts and absolute layouts. So when you write a vertical stack layout, if you go over here, the definition is like this. I'm just going to paste that directly inside a vertical stack layout. And if we hit play now, yeah, it looks not perfect, but we can actually change the definitions and it should affect things. Usually we not use a grid layout, I guess, in most applications. It's much easier to use vertical and just, as you would not use the grid layout much. Grids are just for probably creating a stack of something. If you are loading images, maybe you could make a grid of images and then, have the width and height set up correctly to stack downwards after the limit of the width has reached. So I'm just having some fun with these, and as you can see, I finally got something which looks much nicer. I can try and add a new label to the grid. Oh, let's actually just indent that correctly. To get another one, I guess we need to actually see how this is actually working. So the first one has a width request of 200. Sets up things. So we need to copy the bottom one and change it to column 2 and tell the grid's row to 3 or the 2. But it has actually come at the right place. Right, you can see it is actually rendering it now. However, it's not going down. And I think that's because of our row definitions. We need to add another one. We're setting the row definitions ourselves. So it means that we need to add a new one. So this was it for the grid layouts. They are a bit confusing, so you'll have to play with them to get the best or what you want to get out of them. The absolute layout is something that, well, it can actually have a layout with your own settings, I guess. Maybe that's what it is. As you can see, this is going to simulate a box type of thing, and they're all going to be stacked in like this. As you can see, you set the layout bounds and its rotations. So I'll give a link to this layouts also, and you can actually read this out again to get better understanding of it. Anyway, that's it. So subscribe and like.